started early. No, they didn't. They're chowing down.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are heading to Washington, D.C. We're actually pretty much in Washington, D.C. Which, fun fact, for those who did not know a little bit about American history, geography, etc., D.C. is not in Washington State. Washington, D.C. is its own district, District of Columbia. It's kind of its own unique district in basically the state of Maryland, I guess, but it's kind of its own like regulating body and area. It's like almost a state, but not a state. It's a very interesting kind of thingy thing. Nonetheless, power of government. So today, guys, we're going to eat many a burgers. We're going to a $6,000+ burger eating contest. I think the total price is $6,000. It couldn't even be higher this year. So this is the Z Burger contest. The Z Burger is a contest which is the biggest cheeseburger eating contest in the world. It has been going on annually now for, I believe, about 14 years or so. So definitely a long time. Having many of the likes of great eaters over the years come through and try to win much money. Lots of money. So it is a 10-minute all-you-can-eat burger contest. There is no dunking allowed. There's no toppings on the burgers. It's basically just buns and meat, pretty much, essentially. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. 10 minutes, all you can eat. You are allowed to drink water from bottles. I guess what this contest is actually most well known for, or one of the things it's very well known for, is there was a big cheating scandal. They used to allow drinking cups, and they found that there was this one gentleman back in the day who was spitting in the cups, and it was a big fiasco. And so now it's only like clear water and water bottles, etc. Pretty interesting, but I love the people down here. The company is great. Everybody behind it, they're so welcoming. They're so warming. Often afterwards, they give like free food to everybody, I'm talking burgers, fries. They have 75 plus different kinds of milkshakes, which is intense, and all free after, which is absolutely amazing. So all in the ode of Independence Day is this contest. So it's the Independence Day burger eating contest. I have been a couple years, and I'm always so blessed to be able to come here. It was a contest that I watched and wanted to go to, and eventually a couple years ago I got to go for my first time. Now we're heading back for third. We're going to be against the likes of amazing great eaters such as like Molly Schuyler, Dan Killer Kennedy. Arguably, I know usually my good friend Andy Poole's there. A couple other great eaters. If I'm not, honestly, because I'm not a competitive eater really anymore. I don't really classify myself as such. It's officially off the business card. Professional eater, yes, but I do like one contest a year, so I don't really consider myself a competitive eater per se. That being said, hey man, if we get like fourth place, I'm happy. That's it. I think I've probably about said that the last couple of years too, in fact. But yeah, that's kind of where I'd be happy at. I'd be at like fourth place. So, it sounds fun, eats food. Let's see what's up. And eats food. If you're looking for convenient, high-quality, real food which fits your dietary preferences, well, I have the answer for you. And that's what I'd like to thank sponsor video being Cook Unity. So Cook Unity is the first chef-to-consumer platform delivering freshly prepared, pre-selected meals right to your door weekly. With Cook Unity, you can select from over 350 chef-created meals each week using 7 different dietary preference filters. And we are talking about the chefs who are on the Food Network. We have James Beard's Awards and acclaimed restaurateurs. Meals are delivered fully cooked, so all you have to do is heat them up and you are ready to eat. Cook Unity fits in my life because the meals are delivered fully cooked, so I can quickly prepare them and have a lovely restaurant quality meal. I love how quick and convenient it is. You just can pop it in the microwave. And they're great for lunch, dinner. You can easily take them to go with you to work. I love that the option to choose the meals based on preference, such as low fat or high protein, both which I do enjoy. And here we have a Desi butter chicken breast with cauliflower mash made by Arthi Sampath, which is a great texture and a lovely flavor. And then we have the Thai Penang curry with beef and jasmine rice by Chef Stacy Barang, which is one of my Cook Unity favorites. It's great spices and real authentic flavors. And then we have the curried grilled chicken with spiced cauliflower and sweet potatoes and a yogurt sauce by Dustin Taylor, which is the perfect level of sweet, spicy, and hearty. So go to cookunity.com/Hansen to get 50% off your first order of Cook Unity meals. To try them out for yourself. There's loads of different options and meals for everybody, so whether like salmon, chicken, beef, veggie, or none of the or all of the above, go check them out. And this is what heading into DC looks like. A little bit of that Maryland green. Lots of cars, lots of road, lots of traffic. Welcome to, well, soon to be DC. Now we're really in DC. I got a lovely little church-ish there. And then here we go. This is kind of, not like, you gotta realize, right? So Washington, D.C. is mostly known for the White House, the different monuments, etc. Lots of history. But it also is like a little functioning, city, area, district, whatever you want to call it. So they have your standard shops, your CVS, your Subways. It's a real place.
Welcome to District of Columbia.
There you go. Now, this is basically what it looks like. It's kind of cute. It's kind of quaint. In certain aspects and parts definitely are a lot more, a little built up, a lot more marble and old, like around the Washington monuments and the White House. All right, so here we have the trophies. 1, 2, 5, which is pretty good. And then we have some rules here, everybody. So, official rules, compete in the contest. You gotta be there by 11:30. We're here in time. Use as many burgers as possible in 10 minutes. You can do sitting or standing. Using your hands, water bottles. You have to finish one burger before going to the next. Don't touch before it's started. Stop touching the food as soon as it ends. There is apparently no additional portions after after the buzzer. You can't eat anymore, but you can chipmunk, and then you have 15 seconds to swallow. There's a 2-minute after period in which you cannot throw up. The tally is for whole burgers, and they have the right to disqualify you at their discretion. Besides that, that's pretty much it. So basically, eat the burgers, don't throw up, have fun. All the burgers being made up, 100% fresh beef, nice cooked down, a little seasoning, a little magic going on. And from there, the burger goes on the bun, goes into these trays. So looking good. There's our burgers all being made up.
He was hoping for the Edmonton Oilers to come back and make that Stanley Cup victory. So he's going to avenge them today. He's looking at this crowd as all a bunch of Florida Panthers. But he's also the #1 competitive eater in Canada and is a big food influencer. He specializes in large food challenges, eating contests, and restaurant promotions. He encourages a healthy lifestyle and was previously a fitness model. He came in 3rd place last year with 27 burgers. Let's welcome back from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Joel Hansen. You've been introduced. Go ahead and start unwrapping. You see all these burgers in front of our contestants. That's a lot of burgers. Peter and his crew have been up all night cooking these burgers to perfection. Ali, Bernie B, Nick, Howie, to your right. I don't know if y'all can afford you're going to eat as many as Joel does. That's your goal. Mike, Robert, Paul, Cirrus, you got to eat more than Andrew. Otherwise, what's the use? Except you've got some delicious hamburgers today. And you, the crowd, will have some delicious hamburgers coming up after the competition. All right, we are opening the iPad. Getting out the official scoring. 10 minutes are on the clock. Contestants, are you ready? All contestants, are you ready? Thumbs up from the contestants if you're ready. Nick, you ready? Awesome. We need your help to get this started. We're going to count it down New Year's Eve style. From 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, got started early. No, they didn't. They're chowing down. Peter, we're going to get two into this at some point. We're going to make sure Peter does all the eating. Howie's still on number one. Joel Hansen on one. Molly on one.
You're good, Julie. He's taking his time.
Dillard Kennedy at two. We're going to start calling him Mr. Brightside because everybody loves the Dillars. He's throwing caution.
Hey everyone, welcome to this video and welcome to the Z-Burger 2024 Championship Burger Eating Contest of the World.
Oh, Dan Dillard Kennedy at four.
So this is a great event held every year for Independence Day, featuring big amounts of food, big cash prizes, and big eaters.
Molly's going through. She's got the water.
So the food, the style, everything around this contest is nice and simple, straightforward, 10 minutes, all you can eat burgers, drinking bottles of water. The burgers are just buns and seasoned meat.
65 seconds in.
So this takes place at the Tenley Town location of Z-Burger every year. It gets a good bit of media coverage, and it's a really cool way to kick off, the 4th of July, the Independence kind of day, holiday season as well.
Oh, it's just getting weird. Dan Dillard Kennedy at 7. Now 8. Dillard Kennedy with Ovechkin numbers. We gotta get James Wood out here.
So again, we had the great likes of Molly Schuyler, Dan Killer Kennedy. Those are definitely some amazing, amazing eaters. If you're not familiar, some of the top competitors in the world.
6 over here for Joel Hansen.
So I've tried to include as much of the natural audio and commentary as I can. There is obviously copyrighted music playing, so to the best of my ability, I'll fill you in on some of the info, some of the what's up and behind the scenes as we go along, and of course you can definitely enjoy the progression of the contest through that as well. So let's start with the actual contest food, the burgers.
Dillard's going nuts over here. He's already at 12. 8 for Joel Hansen, 9 for Molly.
So contests year to year vary in difficulty based on the food, and more specifically, not just the food, but how it's prepared that day.
Dan is in his zone today, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for Dan Dillard Kennedy. He is chowing down.
How cold, let's say the burgers are, how long they've been sitting around, if they were overcooked, all these things contribute to the ease and ability to eat. So Z-Burger did a pretty dang good job of holding these things. They weren't overly dry, they weren't overly hot, but they weren't overly cold. So it made it, pretty reasonable in that sense. And definitely, I think there was going to be some big numbers based on how Dan and Molly were absolutely motoring along, and I was just trying to keep up.
3 minutes in, let's pump it up for these contestants. Make some noise for them. Nick Garcia with 2, Howie with 2, Joel Hansen with 12, Molly 14, Dillard Kennedy with 17. T-shirt.
A lot of us agreed that we found the buns might have been a little bigger, or just seemed a little maybe doughier this year, which did add a little bit of difficulty, or just kind of made it, let's say, a little different to eat than the prior years. But overall, it is a pretty solid burger. I mean, it's, like I said, very, very simple, and it's about as good as you can get.
Molly at 16, Dillard Kennedy at 19. We're seeing numbers we haven't seen before. Molly's got the record. That may fall this year. 4 minutes, 10 seconds in, and Dan Dillard Kennedy's at 20.
Drinking only water, I think for myself, adds a little bit of difficulty. I really do enjoy some flavored beverages to help kind of switch things up, add some diversity. So I do think that flavor fatigue can happen.
And don't forget to get those seasoned fries afterwards. They're good. You know what else is good here at Z-Burger? The milkshakes. There's like 90 different flavors.
But as it's a eating contest, it's all about mind over matter. It's just like if you're running a marathon or a sprint, you're giving it your all. This is not leisurely. The food is not made to be, overly seasoned or enjoyed. This is the food created for the contest itself.
22 for Dan. Molly catching up with 20.
Both the commentators, the restaurant, the staff, all the above are great. One thing I definitely do identify and always have issues with is when I do a lot of chewing, or basically when I eat in a contest, I do find my headphones, no matter what headphones they are, they kind of always fall out. So you'll see me adjusting my headphones quite a bit, which is something that ultimately I need to avoid, because it just kind of kills a little bit of time. It slows me down a little bit. It distracts me when you're trying to listen to music like I like to do during contests, and my headphones are ultimately falling out. But definitely this was a difficult one, and a contest which just required a lot of focus and definitely a lot of chewing. Like I said, there's definitely a bit of a bunny bread.
This is where we start separating the contestants. Are they hitting turbulence? Or are they hitting smooth sailing? 20 for Joel Hansen, 23 for Molly Schuyler, 25 for Dan Killer Kennedy.
There was a $2,000 prize for first place, $1,500 for second place, $1,000 for third place, and then it just kind of went on. I believe it paid all the way till 6, which is pretty dang impressive. So they're very, very generous both in the prizes and then also in the food and everything they give after. They give everybody free burgers and milkshakes, or like at least free burgers after the contest, which, like, the generosity of this place is super cool. The staff and the establishment, everybody behind this contest, is really one of the reasons why I come back. Even though I don't really do any eating contests or many eating contests anymore, this is one that keeps bringing me back, specifically just of how cool of an event, the cause, and everything in between.
Killer Kennedy with 27, Molly. Oh, Killer 28, Molly's catching up, Killer. 3 minutes remaining, 3 minutes.
In fact, I think this was the only eating contest I did in 2023, and then being 2024, this is the only one I had done to this point. But at that, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the video.
29 for Killer Kennedy, 27 for Molly Schuyler. Oh, you gotta make some noise. You gotta make some noise for these contestants. Cheer them on. Who's ready for Molly? Who's ready for Molly? Who's ready for Killer Kennedy? Who's ready for Robert McGee with now 13? Nobody likes Robert McGee. Come on.
So my goal is ultimately to get about 3rd, even 4th place. I was totally cool with either. I know I would not win. Like I said, I'm not really a competitive eater at this point. Give me a comment down below if you think they should allow us to have some ketchup or mustard or something. I definitely would not mind a little ketchup, I'll put it that way. That would be delicious. So let me know if you think they should allow us to have some kind of sauce or condiment. And at that, let's ultimately see what happens. $32 for Killer, 30 for Molly, 26 for Joel Hansen. Who's rooting for Killer Kennedy?
Dan's on fire.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining in the 15th Annual Cheeseburger Independence Burger Eating Championship. We all want to see they've got their phones out. Does the 9-time streak come to an end? 10 seconds. 99 burgers eaten. Everybody else has 65 burgers eaten. That's impressive. We're going to announce the winner shortly, but don't go eating anything off the dais. The cheeseburger, fresh hot burgers, just got off the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for all of our contestants out here today. We have some that have never done this before. We have some who enjoy the camaraderie. Allie, you're awesome. We love having you out here. And it's about darn time I got your name right. We have some newbies and some of the biggest professionals in all of competitive eating. Joel, how you doing? Now, Joel, we saw you had the earphones in. What were you listening to?
Just some loud
music. This music was loud enough?
You know what? It was good music, but it wasn't as good as the burgers. You know, what a great contest. I was happy to be down here. The place is amazing. The hospitality was put on. Obviously, great, celebrating Hansen, and happy to do so. It's such an exciting match. It's all good.
Now, what's more fun, Canada Day or Independence Day in America?
Because I'm in the States, I'm going to plead the fifth, but let's just say, but you didn't quote me on it, but...
Trudeau is literally standing over there. You've been banished. Joel Hansen, ladies and gentlemen, from the Great White North. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know it's going to be good when they say, is that thing off? We've got a tie. We've got 2 ties. This year's contest is like my shoes. 2 are tied. First and 6th place. Both will receive $250 cash. 9 burgers each. All the way down to the other end of the dais, Paul Cho and Serious Chalmers. In 5th place, he was hoping to do more, although you might not have been able to catch up to 4th place. With 10 burgers eaten, Andrew Clausen.
Right down there. We were doing tiebreakers.
Paul and Sirius right down here.
Ah, we tied.
Finally caught up.
In 4th place,
I'm only going to do 20.
with 15 hamburgers eaten, he came out of nowhere. I love the hat, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert McKee. Robert, you may very well have a future in this. That's impressive. Now, 3rd place, we've got some cash for 3rd place, and it's American, not Canadian. And you can drive in miles per hour, not kilometers per hour. While you're here, with 30 hamburgers eaten, that's with the exchange rate. In 3rd place, Joel Hansen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our other tie. We have judges that are down in front. They're counting, they're looking in the trays. They go through the trays all have the same number. Both of our contestants, with 34 hamburgers eaten, they're a great couple, and they're right behind me. Ladies and gentlemen, our co-champions, Dan Kennedy and Molly Schuyler. Oh, so we had to come up with a new check this year. Awesome.
Oh, wow. Yes!
Molly was already written in there. We just changed the year.
I finally got a big check! Woo!
Now, Dan Killer Kennedy, you've been following in Molly's footsteps for so long. How does it feel to be on the mountaintop with one of your best friends?
It's great. One of the greatest feelings in the world.
Now, just because you finally reached her level doesn't mean you've got to not talk as little as she does. So you can be more expressive. How does it feel, Dan, really?
I mean, it's it's great to keep trying to outdo yourself, and coming out here and having some fun, So I'm just glad we live in a great country that allows us to do stuff like this. So USA, baby! Woo!
Now, Molly, you know how this goes. She's still hungry. We know that. You're on top with Dan. You two just go back. I mean, having you two out here, this is as much a tradition for me as it is everybody else. The camaraderie you two have going together, what's it like to share this title with Dan?
I appreciate you actually saying my name right for the first time in 10 years.
I got it right last
You didn't realize we tied a couple years ago.
year. Yeah, but we know after the fact that you really did eat more and Dan kind of cheated at the end, right?
Did not cheat!
Just kidding. 10 years in a row, you were absolutely loving this. You live locally now. How's it feel? Again, 10 years in a row. You've been doing this for a decade.
I gotta go to work at 3 o'clock, so.
Oh my God.
I'm just happy to be here. It's always fun. It's good food. And he gets me milkshakes, so milkshakes the best thing.
So the 2,000 goes to Dan, you get 2,000 milkshakes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Molly Schuyler. Now, one of the things behind the scenes is every year I've got to write down how to say Molly's name right because I want to say it right. Dan over here keeps going, Schuler, because of how it's spelled, and I just want to make sure I get it right. Molly, congratulations. Dan, congratulations. 10 years in a row. Let's have a round of applause for both of our contestants. Crush Funk Brass will be playing us out. We'll be inviting you in shortly. Once again, let's have a big round of applause for all of our contestants in the Z-Burger Independence Burger Eating Championship. We'll be taking you in around the side. Go get your free burgers. Enjoy it. Thank you for being out here today. And thank you for celebrating the 248th birthday of the United States of America.
All right, just got in, just parked, basically across the street. Fun fact though, so I parked in this exact same spot last year, like exact same spot. And like, it's not like there's lots of parking spots, like all the streets are full, so interesting. Irony? And here's a little more of the kind of more building-y, city-y, built-up areas surrounding DC. Over there is the big World War II monument, or Washington Monument. You can see it in the skyline. And we just crossed a bridge. So now we're going to be heading into Virginia, like right now. Look at that. Welcome to Virginia. Virginia's for lovers. Let me know who's from Virginia down below. If you like food, travel, fitness, life, and everything in between, well, my name is Joel Hansen. The Joel Hansen main channel here offers food challenges, offers buffets, offers some of the craziest, most gastrointestinal endeavors of the world. But if you want to watch these same challenges and eating events in a more raw fashion where you hear more chewing noises, you get to hear the full conversations between me and the staff, you get to know what really goes on, that's the Joel Hansen Raw channel. You can also click to subscribe to that. And now we have our third channel, that is the More Joel Hansen channel. This is going to feature travel and food and life and fitness. So if you want to go see the world wonders like Chichen Itza in Mexico, see Thai street food markets and everything in between, subscribe to that as well. So 3 channels to fit your bill, all full of food, all full of fun. So with that, guys, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you, well, in a moment. Just click one of these videos and let's get rocking.